What's up? We should be live. What's up, guys? I'm gonna just run a quick test as per usual, just to make sure that you can hear me okay. Should be fine. Let me just hear it to the stream on my phone. Just give me a second. But yeah, in the meantime, tell me what's up. How you doing? How's everything going? We're gonna talk about a couple of cool apps that I'm using now that I really want to share with you. I definitely want to make a video at some point. Cool apps that I'm using now. Let me just take a look. Yeah, I'm just connecting. I have a little wireless headphone, just to see if I can hear it on my phone. Okay. I just got a new phone. I'm super excited. But this phone does not have like a jack for, how do you say? A jack, yeah, just a jack for audio, so I'm having to use Bluetooth, but I'm already using this headphone, so kind of a pain. But yeah, let me just, okay, it should be on now. What's up, Justin? So good to have you here, man. Thank you so much for popping in. Let me know if you can hear me okay and everything. I'm just giving a quick check. Okay, I can hear myself now. Let me just crank up the volume in there. Yeah, it should be good. Cool. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Excellent. What's up, Justin? So, if anyone is not familiar, Justin is one of many great creators that talk about productivity apps. And yeah, Justin, did I see that you changed your channel name to just Effective? Is that right? Let me just take a look. I saw it recently and I was like, oh, what is this channel? Just Effective. And then I saw that it was yours. Effective. I'm gonna still search for remote work because I know that's what the name was. But yeah, now it's Effective, right?
If you're like me,
rebranded recently. Yeah, cool. I mean, I love the name. It's super cool. What made you change it? Like, are you trying to expand beyond just like remote work, or what is it? I was really curious. I wanted to ask you actually. Hi, bro. What's up? What's up, Shanaka? Good to have you here. Yeah, I do want to show you a couple of cool stuff today, guys. I just got this new phone and I'm gonna, I titled the live stream related to mobile phone apps because there's a couple of cool things that I finally am able to explore, because before this phone, I had a Samsung S9, I think, which is like from 2017. Pretty old, and it didn't even support anything beyond Android 9, so I only had Android 9 and I couldn't even like install, for instance, Loxic on mobile, which right now I already did and it's gonna be great. Super excited for that. Yeah, we're gonna be checking that in a second. It's basically it. I feel the name was limiting to what I wanted to cover and where the channel naturally was gaining traction. Yeah, because your channel right now is mostly general productivity apps, right? Like, it's not just focused on remote work, as I understand it. Oh, I saw that I haven't seen this video yet, but yeah, it's really cool that Francesco is releasing this new app. It's not available on Android yet, which is why I haven't been able to try it, but I'm definitely gonna check out your video. It does look really interesting. Nice. Lumen Obsidian. Yeah, I need to check a couple of these videos, man. The productivity tools don't matter. I'll watch it later, man. But yeah, really cool stuff. Santi with the mustache. Yeah, it's growing. It's still growing. I finally got some new mustache wax, so it's kind of staying a bit better than usual. Today's the first day that I tried that new one, but it's the best one I've tried so far. Thanks, though. I usually find that the theme is something I would really find myself lingering on. If the theme sucks, I think I would not even be productive. Are you talking about Obsidian themes? Or what? Or just general, like, the theme for an app? Been doing live streams lately too. My favorite part of being on YouTube. Yeah, man, live streams are cool, right? I haven't hopped on into your live streams. I'm definitely gonna check them out. Do you have like yeah, I was just checking in here. You do have them like VOD, VOD, as they call it, kind of like the replay of the live stream. Man, you've been doing a lot of them. That's really cool. I'll try to hop in when I get a chance. Am I not subscribed? This is embarrassing. I'm so sorry. But I've been checking your videos for a while. Like, I started when I first started in Obsidian. You were one of the very few people that made videos about it. Really cool. Yeah, sorry for not subscribing. I thought I was. That's embarrassing. But on a playlist, yeah, that's what I do as well, just to not clutter the videos, right? I do the same thing where I have them in like a playlist. Actually, I have too many playlists in my own account, so I need to go as incognito just to show. But yeah, here I have like the videos, and I like kind of like keeping the aesthetic of the thumbnails and everything. And then if anyone wants to watch the live streams, I also have previous live streams in here. And yeah, I need to start making better thumbnails. At first I kind of was, at least having different thumbnails, but now I've just been lazy. I don't know what to do with thumbnails. With live streams, I never know really what I'm gonna cover until I actually make the video. Like I have some guesses, but I really like to make the live streams based on what people are saying and the questions and so on, you know? But yeah, cool stuff, man. Nice. Yeah, Obsidian themes. Yeah, I get you. What Obsidian theme are you currently using right now? I'm really enjoying the one that won for like best theme of the year. I can't remember if it was in like the October competition or the Gems of the Year competition, but this one right here, this one's primary, and it's very elegant. I love it. Is this one right here? Appearance, manage, primary. Yeah, super cool. There's one thing that Obsidian did a couple of updates ago, well, a bit of a while ago, but you know how now you have a separation between installed themes and the community themes? I wish they were the same. I used to really like the fact that you can just search for everything. Also, I don't think you can create anymore by creator. So for instance, this theme, right, is by Shitashi. If you search for Shitashi, it doesn't appear. You actually need to know the name of the theme. And it didn't used to be like that. So for instance, if you search for my name, well, right now it's here, but that's not where I search. Even here, if I search it, doesn't appear. Now you really need to know the name of the theme, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. And also, if you already installed it, it won't appear here. It will appear there, you know? So yeah, I mean, I do like that new interface in a sense, like how nice it is to be able to see the update use and to filter by installed themes. But I still wish there was a better, like a search like the one before. I was really a big fan of the search before this. Yeah, I might make a feature request at some point. I don't know. I'm currently using Slytherin by Sarkov. Nice, let's check that one out. Haven't seen it. Slytherin. Oh, it looks cool. Nice. Oh, I like it a lot. Nice, I like the greenish thing. It definitely feels like Slytherin from Harry Potter. So cool. I like it. Nice. Let's see the settings. Yeah, it's very simple. Yeah, I mean, I would have to take a better look at it, but from what I can see, it's pretty nice. I do like a bit of the greenish. Yeah, there it is, like the greenish stuff. Very black, which I appreciate and I like, but I definitely like it when they have a bit of an additional color on them, you know? Yeah, right now I'm gonna go back to primary, but yeah, I'm really jealous of primary as a theme because I like this one better than the themes that I've created. And that wasn't the case for a while. I literally created my themes because they were the themes that I like the most. But I think this one already surpassed my themes for my own personal taste. So yeah, this one I absolutely love. It's so good. Cool. You don't really need a separate livestream thumb. I have a generic one. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that, you know, I've definitely heard that. It's kind of like if you have like the same thumbnail, people kind of recognize who you are, or they know that if they see that thumbnail, it means that you're live streaming, you know? So yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going for. But even then, like if I were to have like one same thumbnail every time, I think I should make it better. But no, thanks for the suggestion. I never really been sure if that is the case. I was just perfect that I did not even close Obsidian for 12 days straight. What? What do you mean you didn't close it? Like, do you not? Oh, okay, interesting. Now I'm really curious about some habits because personally, I turn off my computer every night. You know, and I don't know if that's what you mean. I don't know if you're saying that you just don't turn off your computer. But I'm really curious. I'm gonna make a poll. Do you turn off your computer, you know, slash laptop, same thing, every night? And let's say Yes. No. Sometimes. I'm just really curious. No, it's a bit of a random question, but I'm curious. Oh, I cannot. Okay, here. Yep. Sometimes this, but as well. Sometimes. Okay, that took a while. Sorry. There we go. It's just that I had it. Never mind. No excuses. I have a little, a little plugin that was blocking my ability to create the poll. But yeah, do you turn off your computer/laptop every night? Yes, no, sometimes. Interesting. Joplin is worse. In what sense? About themes? I was interested by Joplin for a while, but then, I mean, I heard that it doesn't even compete with Obsidian, so then I kind of didn't even try it. Look what I just got. I got this thing because I know that sometimes when I speak directly into the microphone, I might make a bit of a, you know, some popping sounds sometimes. I don't know if you can even hear that, but this kind of stops it. It's just that I don't know where to place it, you know, so that it doesn't block my face. So yeah, I'm still trying to relocate the location of my microphone, but it's really handy. It's just that, well, I mean, I almost dropped everything. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing with this maybe later. It's just that right now I don't know where to place this without covering my face. You know what I mean? But it's pretty handy, especially for podcasts and stuff where I don't have videos. Just lower this a bit. I should learn not to play with the microphone when I'm recording. But yeah, Joplin is worse. I use Linux and Mac. My Linux box hasn't been restarted for like 6 months. You kidding me? Why? Like, what is the reason? Why is the reason for doing that? By box, do you mean like, is it like a I forgot the term. Like a virtual desktop, something like that, or is it literally a separate computer? Does it have a power off button? So far the poll is 50-50, you know. So right now it's saying like 50% of you are saying yes, you do turn it off, and 50% are saying no. One of the dances is I can't seem to know if buttons are turned on or off. I'm new here. Which videos on this channel would you recommend for me? What's up? Good to have you here, Ongo. So yeah, let me know what you're interested in. I mean, I can give you a bit of a run through what kind of videos I make. But if you just take a look in here, well, of course you can just go to my channel and start skimming around. But something a bit more helpful might be to go to playlists. And for instance, if you're looking for productivity apps, particular apps for different needs, you can just view the full playlist. I have one for a calendar, for flashcards, for video calls, for YouTube annotations, which is really cool. You know, productivity, well, rather task management, project management, image organization, organization of your YouTubers and like articles and blogs that you want to read, collection tools for Twitter. I have tons of stuff. Maybe this playlist might be the most useful one for you to get started. And then if you already are a fan of Obsidian or Logic, I do have, well, I have a lot of Obsidian videos in particular, some Logic ones, but I do have courses on both, you know, so if that helps. Productivity advice, if you're just kind of getting started and you want some bigger concepts, you know, big picture concepts that might help, this could be handy. So yeah, definitely recommend you go to the playlist and check out what you find interesting. But let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to be more specific with my answer. Yeah. Oh wait, I just realized I have my habits displaying. Let me just remove that. Did you see the latest video that I posted? Is on this really cool app called Everyday App. Actually, let me just see if I can. Yeah, it might just be better to show you. Okay, here it is. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so this one right here. This is the latest video that I just posted on how to keep track of habits. This is a demo account that I have, so this is not the real one. I was just showing my real one, but it does have like some not sensitive information, but it's kind of like my personal habits, and some are weird or require explanation. So yeah, this is kind of like an example one. If you haven't seen that yet, definitely check out. It's the latest video that I posted, and I think you'll enjoy it. I spent some good time making something that would be helpful for anyone trying to build habits and keeping track of it. So yeah, definitely check it out. Thanks, mate. Yeah, of course. Let me know if you need anything else. I might have a video specifically on what you need, and if not, I can make it in the future, you know? So let me know. Okay, it's literally a laptop that sits in my network rack. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's not kind of like your main computer, right? I get you. That makes sense. Cool. Okay, I do want to show you certain things on the phone. Particularly, I'm really excited to show you Logseek on mobile, because it is an app that has been released kind of in beta stage for a few months even. But because I had an old phone from 2017, I didn't have access to Android 10, 11, or 12. So right now I finally got this new phone. Super cool. It's the Google Pixel 6, not the Pro version, but just like the smaller one. And yeah, I'm gonna be showing you if I can share the screen. Let me see if it is working. Let me just try that out. Cool. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Cool. Well, that circle that you see at the very top. Oh man, I don't have a little thing. You know how there's like, at least in my old phone, I had like a little thing where you can see where my thumb is being pressed on the screen. I'll try to set that up if I can. But yeah, that little circle in the top is just for the camera. And right now, because the phone is charging, it's actually connected to the computer, it's just kind of spinning. So if that's annoying, let me know. I can definitely deactivate it. Let me see if I can just show where my finger is touching on the screen, you know, because that'd be helpful. Android 12. Yeah, let me see if I can show that. If anyone knows, let me know. But you know, this kind of like show touches, or like show where your finger is on the screen. Let me see if I can find something quick. Show touches on screen. Yeah, but that needs to be done while recording. I don't really want to record. I already am connected to the computer. How do I show touches? Show tabs and enable it. Okay, I think we might have found it. Okay, so it's in settings. Then navigate this developer mode. Scroll down until you see. I already have developer mode activated, of course. Called show tabs and enable it. Show tabs. Yes, there it is. Can you see it now? Oh, perfect. Yeah, okay. It's not that big, but it works. You know, I was talking about this little circle at the top. That is just for charging. If it is distracting, let me know. I'll turn it off. But right now, I was definitely excited to show you how good Logseek works on the phone. I'm super excited about it, because I've been really wanting to use Logseek on mobile. Right now, here I just wrote some gibberish, but it's working great. I'm really impressed, because whenever I take notes on mobile, for instance, straight into Obsidian, I end up making outlines. You know, I like making outlines, and for the most part, whenever I take notes these days, my preferred option is to do it in outlines. So that's really cool. Ooh, does the brightness affect what you see? No, it just affects it for me. Okay, cool. Yeah, but you know, like writing outlines in the Obsidian mobile app is just not as good as the one in here, you know, like the one in Logseek, at least in mobile, because there's the outliner plugin in Obsidian, but that one does not work on mobile, so that's a huge limitation for me. So the fact that I now I can finally use Logseek on the phone is great. I will be talking a bit about how to sync, because that's something I still need to solve, because right now I've been relying 100% on Obsidian Sync, and that's how I even sync things from my computer to my laptop. But with Obsidian Sync, I can open my notes on the phone, and whatever I write in the phone will go to my computer, which I also can access from Logseek, if you know what I mean. It's kind of I'm not sure if I'm doing a good job explaining, but in the computer, Obsidian and Logseek, I have them connected to the same folder. That's what I mean, right? And I've been just taking every note on my phone from Obsidian, not from the Logsync app. So I really have to work around. If I were to use Obsidian Sync, which could be possible, I could definitely do that from, you know, this Logsync app. But the problem is that whenever I want to sync something, I would need to open Obsidian on the phone as well. Maybe I could have it running in the background at all times. Maybe that's a thing I could do. But I'm really not sure. Yeah. So that's what's up. But yeah, it's super cool, man. Like, hello. What's up? I just really like these very quick shortcuts to just write stuff and to indent and outdent. And something I really like as well is like, let's just do, well, I mean, let's go back to here. And let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And now, well, let's just do a bit of gibberish after that. Just so that you can really see the difference. Yeah, there we go. Right, and now you have this shortcut right here. So these 2 arrows, the one that points up and down, and you can just move things around quite nicely. Let me just have a bit more of that. You see? So that is super handy. That's something that with the Obsidian app is just really tricky to do. And it's just super handy. You can also collapse the outlines. You know, you just go to the top left and you collapse it like that. It works great. I love it. It's so freaking cool because in Obsidian it is quite annoying to do this. So I might be moving my mobile setup, like my main mobile app, to Logsync. The only problem is that Logsync has not yet released something like Logsync Sync. Let's see. I haven't actually taken a look if they have some updates about when it's coming, because I know it's been on the plans for super long. Pricing, but I really haven't heard any news about them releasing. You know, so right now if you go to pricing, it just kind of links you to the contribution pages, you know, where you can donate and you can help. Yeah, but I don't think there's really any updates yet on. Oh well, let's check out the roadmap. They might have some info here. Enhanced plugins. So this is what they're doing. What they've already done is a marketplace, the desktop app. Yeah, let's see. To do. Yeah, I don't even know if they have it in here. Real-time collaboration. File sync and storage. Here it is. This must be it, right? File sync and storage. So they say they're working on it. I really have no idea when it's going to be released. Really looking forward to it. In the meantime, a lot of you have actually recommended SyncThing, which is like a service for syncing that works well on Android phones. Because one of the reasons why I wanted to use Obsidian Sync opposed to Dropbox, just for Obsidian, was because it's really tricky to find a system that it stores that syncs files into local folders in mobile, in Android, right? Whereas SyncThing, I think, does that. I haven't actually tried. I have the suspicion that even though Dropbox might not really work well on my phone, because I've had that issue in the past, you can use an additional service such as like DropSync, if I'm not mistaken. But I have the feeling that maybe Google Drive might work, and especially because this is a Google phone, it might work a bit better. So yeah, that's something to consider. I'll take a look. I don't think I was showing you the screen. I'm sorry. Was I not showing you the screen at all? I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, I was just talking about how like in the Logsync page, in here, if you take a look at pricing, it just takes you straight to the donations that you can do. And then if you click on roadmap, it will take you to this kind of Trello board that they have, and they do have file sync and storage, which I think it's Logsync Sync, you know, like a way to sync from your phone to your computer and laptop and whatever you need. File sync and storage. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully that will come soon, but I've heard good things about SyncThing as a good solution for now to sync between computer and mobile for Logsync in particular. How are you using Logsync with Obsidian? Yeah, so I actually have, in my course, and actually messaged me Logsync, Did I just call you Loxic, Justin? I'm so sorry. Justin, message me if you like to, because I'd definitely love to discuss a couple of things with you. Obviously, you're an advanced user, so I'd love to know if your approach is different. But I actually have it outlined in kind of my course a little more, and well, it's in the Loxic course actually. I do have a section in there where I kind of talk about it, mostly for like anyone else interested that wants to know how to make Loxic and Obsidian work together. I can have like some videos in here, you know. But for the most part, what I do is I have, let me see if I can show you. I just don't want to display too many private. Man, I have not been showing my screen. I'm the worst. Okay, I was saying that in my Loxic course, for anyone else interested, I do have a section where I have like Loxic plus Obsidian, you know, right here. So it's like a whole section on like the videos step by step on how to make them work together. Keeping in mind that they're not perfect, but yeah, I'd love to know if anyone else does it differently. What I do is I have like a folder. Let me just close this. I have a folder. I just call it, you know, just an L that stands for Loxic, and in it I have journals, right? And these journals, or rather like this whole folder, is what the Loxic, let me just see that nothing of sensitive information will pop up. I don't think so. Okay, cool. Yeah, so as you can see in here, I have, this is my vault, right? So all graphs. Yeah, this one right here. So Obsidian Personal /L. That's my Loxic graph, right? But that is inside, like this is a subfolder of Obsidian. So you can see Obsidian Personal /L, which is this one right here. So Obsidian Personal is the name of my vault, and the L is right here. And now Loxic, when I open that folder, is gonna create these subfolders: journals, Loxic, and pages. So in journals, these are the ones generated by Loxic, and now I just set things up from Obsidian so that these are my daily notes as well. You know, I just need to make sure that it matches the correct format that Loxic creates. You can do that either from Obsidian or for Loxic. I think it's better to change that from Obsidian. It's a bit easier, you know, in the daily plugin, which you can find in core plugins. You can, the daily notes, let me just see where it is. Well, trust me that it's somewhere here, right? Ah, there it is. Yeah, daily notes. You need to turn this on, and then you need to set things up so that it's in the correct format, which is that one. That is the one that Loxic uses, or at least that's the one that I use in Loxic. It might be a slightly different by default. So you just need to make sure that they match. For anyone else, I mean, this is kind of like a big overview, but for anyone else that is really interested in knowing the step-by-step, I have it in my Loxic course, if that helps. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wanted to give you an overview because obviously you're an advanced user and you know what I'm talking about, even though I glimpsed through some topics that maybe some other people might just be like, what are you talking about? But yeah, that was just a bit of a big picture idea. So yeah, that's what I do. And it works well as long as I don't really expect, for instance, blog references to work in both apps. Like that's just not a thing that can work between the two apps. You know, it's just not possible at the moment. Which I know it's a bit annoying, but I do all my blog references from Loxic really because they're way better than the ones in Obsidian. You know, that's a unique on-screen keyboard. Yeah, right. So for anyone not knowing what Alexander's talking about, if I just open my phone again, yeah, this is a keyboard that I use. You know. And it's just something nice that you can just type with one hand. Like that's the whole idea of it. I mean, I'll try to show you a little bit at least, but you know, like you can just like type like that. So in the, it's kind of hard to explain, but like these big letters, like the big ones that you can see, ANIHOR, those are the most common letters to use when you write in English. And then all the other ones, they're kind of located diagonally from A, for instance. You know, if you just go diagonally from the A, you find a V. If you go down from an N, you have the L. If you go diagonal from the I, you have the X, and then from in the center one, you have quite a few. You have U, Q, C, G, D, J, B, P. You know, and that's just how you type. So if I type, "Hey there, how is it going?" That's how I do it, right? That's the idea. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you're curious, I do talk a little bit about it in a video of mine called Android. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Free Android apps for minimalist productive phone. For a minimalist productive phone. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll copy it in the chat if you want to. If you want to check it out. It's a cool one. And in there I talk about this type of keyboard that I have, which I really like. It's called Message Ease Keyboard. Yeah, I talk a little bit more about it in the video. It's really cool. It does take you a bit of time to learn, but now I really enjoy it, you know, so it's kind of part of my workflow now. By the way, let me just make sure, yeah, do not disturb is on. Cool. Great. What else? Let me just take these off. It's starting to get a bit warm. But yeah, do we need Android 12 to access the app? Okay, so I don't know if you need Android 12, but I think at least Android 10. Not 100% sure about that. I don't really know if the minimum requirements are Android 10, 11, or 12. I just know that Android 9 did not work because my other phone that I have over there, because I'm still moving some files and moving some stuff to my new phone. I know that one is Android 9 and it just didn't work for me. I think it's something to do with like the file storage and kind of like the file authentication, or like allowing to read certain things. Oh, thanks for the subscription. We have a new subscriber up there. Didn't get to see the name. Oh, okay, it's a name in summation language, but that's really cool. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. But I know that with Android 9 it didn't work, so I'm really not 100% sure about what is the minimum requirement. I don't really know if they specify that in the Logic page. I kind of found that the hard way, that it just didn't work with my older phone for long periods of time. Is there a problem in letting the computer on for long periods of time? So actually, this is something that I kind of done for a while, just out of habit. Like I always turn off my computer at night for two reasons. One of the reasons that I do that is so that I don't feel, I don't feel kind of like the urge to stay in my computer until very late. And if I turn off my computer at a certain time, I know that it will be just a pain to turn it back on. I don't know. At least psychologically, it works for me. If I turn it off, I know I won't use it anymore. And there's just kind of a way that I control myself from like spending too much time in the computer, especially at night when I want to chill out and get ready for bed. That is one reason for me. The other one is I've heard that it's good to turn off your computer every now and again, just to let it rest in a way, And the guy that I bought this computer from, he's a friend of my brother. He sold it to me. And yeah, I did ask him like, hey, do you recommend turning it off? This is like a big gamer PC, and it's quite a monster. And I do want to make sure that I take care of it. And I did ask him like, hey, do you know if I need to turn it off? Like, do you recommend turning it off? And the guy is kind of an expert, so he did say yes, it's better to turn it off at night. But again, I don't really know the full answer of that. That's just kind of like what I've heard and what I've learned. But yeah, I would recommend it personally. So far, we have most people saying that yes, they do turn it off. Well, so 46% of you are saying yes, you do turn it off. 15% sometimes, and 38% no. So the yes is winning, followed by the no, and then the sometimes. So yeah, let's see where that ends up. Gotta send off. See you, Santi. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Justin. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it, man. I haven't played with Logic too much, but I like the idea. Yeah, Logic is incredible. I really, really like it. Cool. Nice. Let's take a little water break. Nice. What up, guys? What else? Let me know if you have any other questions. If not, I did want to show you another app that I'm really excited about. This one I've just been using these past few days quite heavily. I just paid for it and everything, and it's just super cool. And it's this one right here. Let me actually create a new document. Here it is. So it's Ginkgo Writer, and they finally released a dark mode. I've been really waiting for the dark mode in this app. So let's just call this demo for video 1. Let's just put the date, why not? and it's so cool, man. It's just so epic. For those that hang out in the Obsidian forum quite a bit, you might see me talk about this in a while and seeing if there's a way to achieve this in Obsidian. There's a developer that was working on it. His name is Artem, and he did kind of make huge progress on having something like this as an Obsidian plugin, but it's kind of a project still in development, and I still unfortunately think that right now this is the best app we have for this type of structure. Now let me show you what I mean. So for instance, let's say that we want to talk about I don't know, let's talk about cameras because that's something I know. Okay, so like camera types, right? And then I press Control Enter to confirm. It'd be actually handy to see if I can show you my keyboard. Well, I'll show you in a second. Okay, never mind. So everything is shortcut based, which is what's really cool about it, right? Camera types, we have DSLRs. If I go down, we have analog, like that. And now if we go down here, let's say lenses, telephoto. Here we have wide angle, and maybe some examples of wide angle. You can put examples, and let's say for 14 millimeter, maybe a 12 millimeter, and maybe let's say a 16, right? And then I realized, okay, I want to definitely have this in an order that makes sense. Everything with shortcuts, I can just move it 12, 14, 16. That makes sense, right? I think 16 is still wide angle. Yeah, I hope so. I'm a bit rusty on some of these concepts, but yeah. Telephoto, let's do another examples one. And here we have a telephoto would be 100, of course. Let's just do 120. And let's do 300, right? Cool. Now here we have like the triangle. I forgot the exact name. The exposure triangle, that's it. The exposure triangle. And here we have aperture, ISO, and shutter speed, right? And then some, there we go. Some examples of aperture. We have 2.4, 3.5. I forgot the exact numbers, like the ones that are kind of like the standard ones. I think it's 4.1. Man, I haven't really been focused on this for a while. I used to know it all by heart really well. 5.6. Yeah, okay, either way, I don't want to embarrass myself. There we go. I might be already kind of wrong about this, but 1.8 is another one. Cool, right? And ISO, well, in here, just like whatever, you know, oops. And then shutter speed, let's do 1/6. Yeah, like that. Yeah, 60, fraction of 1. I don't know how to speak English sometimes, but yeah. I know these things in Spanish, if I'm being honest, you know, and like that. Oops. Right? And maybe you want to rearrange things in the app and you want to say, let me just make this full screen. And you want to say, I don't know, like standard shutter speeds. Not really correct term, but never mind. And then we just want to move this one here. We would just do it like that. Boom, 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 shortcut. And then maybe long exposure. And then here we can do 1 sec, 5 secs, and so on, right? You get the idea. Either way, it was just to show you. I mean, I wasn't trying to flex too much on photography knowledge because, as you can see, I just embarrassed myself not knowing certain things. But here's the idea. Here's how you can structure certain concepts and ideas very nicely. Everything with shortcuts. And well, right now I'm just using the arrows, you know, or you can use beam shortcuts if you're familiar with that, which is what I use. And this is how you can just organize all types of ideas. It's kind of like a way to almost create like a mind map, but at the same time, you're just writing things. And if you try to export in here, you can just see it all made for Word, excuse me, or for plain text file, you know, in case you want to export it as maybe you do have certain texts. Oh, what did I just do? Did I just mess things up? I think I accidentally... Okay, yeah, there you go. So let's say that this one you just want to make a heading 2, right? Right now I'm just pressing Alt 2 for doing that, or you can of course just manually type in the 2 hashtags like that. And now when you go back to this exporting feature, you can see like in Word, meaning that it's kind of like, yeah, for Microsoft Word, you can just copy paste that there, or plain text file, you will be able to see the markdown behind it. And that way you can just copy this to Obsidian, for instance, right? So if we just select this, I wish there was a copy button. I don't know if there's a copy button, but of course we can just manually copy this. And now if we just open Obsidian in here, I can just paste it all. And there you have it, right? And that's the idea. Like you can just have all this text being copied there perfectly, and it's just such a great approach to do that. Such a great way to do that. Another thing that we can do, well, I can show you. For instance, I have this book that I'm writing, and this one has a lot more writing in it. This is not the book. This is kind of like the outline for the book and some ideas that I have. But again, I can just like copy all of this, or I can download the file as well. As you can see, here's a download file. Maybe that would be easier, but I definitely want to copy things. I really wish there was like a copy button though, like a copy all. Or maybe, oh, could I just do, no, Control 8 doesn't work. It does seem like you do need to scroll up like this manually. But yeah, either way, if we copy that, you can just see that it just formats everything nicely in here. And there's like the different headings and all the different stuff, even the image, which is pretty handy. Because this image, I actually copied it from Reddit directly, so it has a URL for Reddit, you know, so it doesn't really download the image itself, but it does move the link, or it copies the link as it is with all the headings, the links formatted and so on. So it's a really nice way to either draft blog posts, draft books, draft ideas, and then copy them to wherever you want to develop them further, you know, and you can just navigate and really kind of bring some structure to some of your thoughts in here. For instance, like here are some of the stories that I'm writing in this book, and some are already kind of more developed than others, and if not, I can just like talk about more ideas and concepts that I want to discuss in there. And it's just incredible, you know. It's super cool. I really love Ginkgo so far. It's such a crazy app. Like I absolutely love it. So yeah, there you have it. What's up, Arya? Good to have you here. What's up with you? How are you doing? How are the videos going? Because Arya, if you don't know, he's a new YouTuber, and I highly recommend you check him out. He has like some really cool stuff going on. And yeah, I want to check out what you've been up to. I haven't been checking your videos recently. Arya Hermine. Let me just find you. Hemming, sorry. Arya Hemming. There you are. Arya Hemming. Arya, can you send me a link to your channel? Or, well, I don't know if you can link in the chat. I don't know why you're not appearing here. Maybe let me see if I can filter through channel. Or you know what? A lot easier, because I cannot click on your profile. Can you just comment below in this video? That way I'll be able to just click on that. So yeah, just go in the comment section instead of the chat. Just say like, hey. And that way I'm going to be able to see your channel, because right now for some reason it's just not appearing here. I could go to Twitter where we've been talking, but yeah. Just let me know. It might be a bit easier. Or if not, let me see if I can go to Twitter quickly. Let me just not show my screen, because I'm gonna go in my private messages. This is some video ideas you will love. Oh, no wait, thank you for the message. I just checked that you messaged me yesterday. Gonna reply to that, Arya. Really appreciate that. Is this your latest video? No, that's someone else's video. Stream of consciousness with Arya. That's a new thing that you have going on. Okay, finally found your channel. Okay.
Hey, so this
okay. The reason why I couldn't find you on by your name is because your channel name is Arya Says Too Much. Okay, I was looking for your name. I'm assuming you have two different accounts. Yeah, how to get back on track. This is the one that I watched. What else do you have? My CSS. Content Consumption System. Oh, okay, not CSS. CCS. Content Consumption System. I'm gonna check it out, man. Stream of consciousness with Arya. Pretty cool, man. I really hope everything's going well with the channel. You got this. I know you just got started and it's really hard to get started. But yeah, man, I'm really wishing you the best. I did watch your first video. Opposed to whatever this bar is saying, I did watch it fully. Maybe I was revisiting some other part and it kind of shows like I didn't watch it. But I did watch it, trust me. Do you prefer your podcast have videos or just an audio and a still picture? And that is a podcast. It's hosted on YouTube. Yeah, I do have like some good opinions on this that might be able to help, and it's something I am trying to work on. And I think podcasts, if they're gonna be uploaded to YouTube, it's way better if they have video, man. Even if it's just your face, like kind of like now, like this could be a podcast right now if I had a bit more of a structure. I think those perform so much better than just a file with a picture. I've seen some podcasts with just a picture do well, but most of the ones that do well on YouTube, they do have video. So if you do have the chance, and if it's not too hard, definitely record yourself or have some sort of visual aspect to it. I think the best thing is just to record yourself, do the podcast. It's definitely gonna help a lot, especially starting out. People just don't really seem to click on videos that don't have a video aspect to it, that is just audio on YouTube. I think it's a big turn off for people. So yeah, definitely recommend it. I'm trying new style out. If you can pull off that mustache, you're pulling it off. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Stan. Yeah, I know, right? I've been super self-conscious and self-aware of like, damn, is this mustache not gonna work out? Is it just like something that very, like you said, like I do agree that very few people can pull off a mustache, and I'm really trying to make it work. But I've had to change everything about myself in order to make it work. Like I cut my hair because I think this hair works better with the mustache. I started buying shirts to look a bit less homeless or a bit less unkept, So like I think a mustache works when you kind of keep like a more I don't know, stylistic outfit and overall style. I don't know, but yeah, I really appreciate that, Stan. It really means a lot. Yeah, I really appreciate that. That's so cool of you. Hi there, it is me. What's up, Hansi? How are you? Good to see you there. I think you recently commented in one of my videos. I don't know if I replied yet. Let me see what he said. Yeah, here you are. Oh, okay. Yeah, what was this? Yeah. Yippee! Yeah, my guru is back. Yeah, I was thinking of replying to something, but yeah, I'm just gonna say thanks. Really appreciate that, man. That's hilarious. Do I have any guru jokes on me right now? I don't think I have any guru jokes. No, I don't have guru jokes. There you go. Is that how you spell Padawan? Yeah, that's it. Cool, but yeah, thanks for all the support as always. Cool, guys. What else is going on? What? Yeah, well, so I was talking about this really cool app, right? So like, I'm really trying to get more into a habit of writing and writing longer blog posts, keep writing my books. I have like a couple of books that I've been working on for a couple of years, and this app is really helping me. Such a beautiful structure, such a great way to write, and I absolutely love it. If you have any questions on this, definitely let me know, because I love talking about it. Don't forget the mobile device users with Android. I mean, I only have an Android phone. This is an Android phone right here. So it's kind of tricky, because I do understand like when a creator, a YouTuber or whatever just makes videos on like an iPhone, it's kind of like, well, I mean, I understand it. Like, they have an iPhone. How are they meant to make Android videos? But I'm more of Team Android. So that's why I make videos related to Android stuff. Or in general, like whenever I talk about an app, I am way more excited about applications that are cross-platform, that everyone can use regardless of what phone they're using. So right now we're just talking quite a bit about Loxigon Mobile. I just realized that the phone is not perfectly centered on the screen, like this thing right here. There you go. Let me just see if I can center it a little bit. Pet peeve, but yeah. Let me see if I can just quickly fix that. Phone. Let me just see. Here it is. Yeah, okay. I just need to move it a little bit. There? What do you say? Is that centered? I think it's better. I'll center it properly maybe later, but I think that's good enough. Cool. Yeah, I do have I just realized you couldn't hear me, so I'm sorry about that. Um, well, I don't know if the audio went out for a second. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just lying. But either way, I think it's centered now. Back to the topic. What was the topic? There was a couple of questions. Let me just check what you guys were saying. Yeah, Team Android. Woo. Yeah, I do prefer Android. Like, for a lot of reasons, to be honest. Like, one of the reasons that I just think Android is better is first, you can get really good phones for much cheaper than an iPhone. You know, I think this phone that I just got, for anyone that just got here, this is my new phone. I just got it yesterday. Super excited about it. And this is the Google Pixel 6. I was just lowering the brightness so that you can see it a bit more. Really cool. Really loving it. I did buy a case, but I don't know if I messed up or Amazon messed up, but it's not the correct size for the Google Pixel 6 Pro. I need to check if I messed up, and if I messed up, my bad. But yeah, never mind. So I don't have a case yet, but it does look really cool. It's just super slippery, so it might just fall any second. But yeah, the reason why I really love Android is that you can really get some great phones that are way cheaper. Like this is significantly cheaper than an iPhone, and I believe it's pretty much as good as an iPhone. Well, I haven't had an iPhone in years and years, so I can't really tell. I haven't really felt what it's like to have an iPhone these days. But I really like it, and I think it's nicer to be able to have a phone that you don't feel like you need to replace in 5 months or a year, which is the case with iPhones, you know. So that is my big problem with iPhones. But they're great phones. I mean, there's nothing to do about that. Do you know something about the release of the Readwise reader? Like when and which features will it have? Man, I really need to reach out to the Readwise team because I want to talk more about it, and they told me that they were still on beta. They told me that they were still waiting. For anyone that's not familiar, let me just open up a bit of their website in here. So yeah, for anyone that's not familiar, Readwise is about to release this really cool app for kind of like read later, similar to Instapaper or Pocket. It's kind of a read later app, right? But it's really good. You can highlight all types of things, like you can import blog posts and yeah, all type of things that you find online. You can take really good highlights in there. You can read it in the mobile app, and it works really well. I've been using it. They gave me early access, and it's just incredible. Like a lot of people, you can request for early access if you just sign up. But yeah, the onboarding process is taking a while, and some people I know they've been waiting for months. So that's what's going on right now. Really cool app. Yeah. So I mean, I'm collaborating with Readwise, and I'm gonna be making a video on this sometime soon, but they haven't given me the okay to talk about it. They say that still in early stages, and they told me that they'll let me know when I can show the app. I already have the app. I already use it, but I don't think I can show it. I mean, I still need to, I need to reach out to them to see what's up with the status of things, but I guess I could talk about the things that are in here. You know, the PDF thing, I think is going to keep improving, and it's going to be really helpful. I'm really looking forward for that to improve. There's also, well, this is kind of not in the webpage, but it's something like, it's a rumor that's been going on around. I haven't actually had confirmation of this, but there was a survey about this. They want to add text to speech, right? So that if you import a blog post into your app, into the Reader app, you will be able to have a text to speech assistant, you know. And of course, like at the end of the day, this app is gonna be incredible, particularly if you already use Readwise. I mean, I don't really think is like the same without Readwise. So in case you haven't checked it out, I did make a video about it. You just search for Santiago Readwise. It should appear. Let's take a look. Yeah, this one right here, Readwise and Obsidian. Is it good? So, I mean, this is particularly for any of you that are Obsidian users. I'm just gonna link it in the description and the chat of this live stream, just so that you can take a look. But yeah, I highly recommend Readwise, and I also highly recommend that you. Let me just add something to the description. Links mentioned. Okay, let me just add this real quick. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Yeah, but I highly recommend you check out these what am I talking about? This video. And if you are interested in using Readwise, you could support the channel with the link that I just sent in the chat. I'm also gonna put it in the description. That is just an affiliate link that I have, so if you do end up using Readwise, it does support the channel a bit, and they will just know that I'm doing, they'll just know that you're coming from my side, and that already helps me quite a lot in collaborating further with them, because I think they're one of the best productivity companies that are out there right now, and I'm super happy to be working with them to some extent. I mean, they're not sponsoring me. We just kind of like, I just have the affiliate links, and they give me early access to certain things, so really cool. But I highly recommend you use Readwise. You start using Readwise so that when they release Reader, you can make use of it. I do recommend signing up for early access. I think there's going to be some really good advantages to doing that now, even if it takes a while for you to be able to access it, because you're just going to be on the long line of people waiting for it, So yeah. What is that keyword? Yeah, so like if you just got here, we're talking about this keyboard that I use in my phone. Let me show you what I mean. So yeah, this keyboard is like a one for like typing with one hand. I mean, you can type with two hands, but it's just more comfortable to type with one hand. And yeah, I talked about it a second ago, but if you are interested, I do have a video on it, which I forgot to link in the description. So I'm gonna link it in the description now. This one right here. And I talk about it in this video. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm gonna put it in the description. Oh wait, didn't show you, sorry. Yeah, this one right here. Free Android apps for a minimalist productive phone. Maybe I should update that title. Support the channel. Yeah, I just forgot to say that. It's always good to be transparent about it. I don't know how to spell affiliate. There we go. Like mentioned in this live stream. Cool. I really wish YouTube allowed me to use Markdown. I really have no idea why they don't have any sort of a better way to write in the description. It's really, really annoying. But yeah, never mind. What else? Noxic for Android. Yes. So that's what I was saying. If you go to the App Store, you won't find it. So that's definitely something that you do need to keep in mind, because if you do go searching for Loxic on the mobile app store, on the Play Store rather, you won't find it. But if you do go to Loxic, let me just show you my screen. If you do go to loxic.com, you should be able to see it in. Let me see. Oh, do they not have a link to GitHub? Well, yeah, if you click up there, it will take you to GitHub. I don't know if there's a better way to get here, but yeah, you can just search Loxic on GitHub, and then on releases in here, you're going to be able to find the latest release, and then you can download the APK file in here, which is going to ask your phone to support a couple of things, or rather to accept a couple of like privileges to give the app so that it works. But it's simple enough. The only problem you do need to keep in mind is that if you want to make sure that you receive the updates, you need to download it manually again. And the problem as well is having a way to sync to your computer, which I'm still kind of finding the best way to do it. One of the alternatives that I heard is good is SyncThing. I'm going to be trying this out. Another one, if you really want to use Dropbox, for instance, is DropSync. And I'm going to be trying even the Google Drive setup, just because I have the feeling that would work well on this particular phone that I have, because it's a Google Pixel phone, So yeah, that's where it's at. Do you know Sentient Launcher? No, I've been looking. I was looking for a launcher because, as you can see right now, I just got this phone yesterday. I bought it recently and I just received it yesterday. Super excited for it. I've been playing with it, but I haven't done anything with the launcher. I'm just first kind of seeing how much I like the default one. And I mean, the Google Pixel thing has really cool stuff related to, like, you see the colors, you see like that nice yellow tint and everything. It takes that from the wallpaper, so it just kind of makes all the colors. Oops. All the colors from your phone related to your wallpaper. So that's really handy, and I really like that. Let me just move this here so that I don't open my photos randomly. Yeah. So Yeah, I was gonna show you. So for instance, like you see the keyboard. Well, right now this keyboard is not the default one. The default one is a G board, and it also kind of makes for a really nice, really nice colors in there. I never type with this keyboard, so I'm really bad at it. I don't know why it's so small. Yeah, there it is. So, hello. But you can see the accent colors of everything, and you can just change the wallpaper, and well, let's just change to whatever, right? So yeah, just remember that. Right now it's yellow. Something I really like about it is that if we change to, I don't know, let's change to this type of wallpapers. Let's go for this one. I like this. So let's just confirm. Home and lock screen. And now you see that all the colors in here change to blue based on the particular wallpaper that we have. Even the keyboard kind of has like some accent colors in blue. And that's what I really like about this phone. That's something that I think is incredible, and I haven't seen other phones doing this, and I really, really love that. Either way, so yeah, going back a bit to like downloading Logseek. Yeah, you definitely need to do it a bit more manually, which I know it's annoying, but if you go to the assets in here, you're going to be able to do it by installing the APK file. If you do have an iPhone, I think they officially released it in the Apple Store, so that's really good news for the iPhone peeps. Water break. There you go. Do you ever get conflicted copies in your Obsidian Vault when syncing? I had to turn off Drive auto syncing to fix it, so need to manually sync now. Really? That's so annoying. Yeah, I've had a ton of issues in the past. Honestly, are we in focus? Let me just confirm. Yeah, sorry, I just needed to confirm. Wasn't sure. Yeah, I've had tons of issues in the past, and after a lot of experimentation of what works and what doesn't, I came up with two potential solutions. One is to just use Dropbox or one of those services, OneDrive, whichever you think is best. I think Dropbox is the best one. And I use the free version. Like I do have kind of like a larger cloud storage in OneDrive, but to me Dropbox is a bit faster. So whenever I was syncing from my laptop to this main computer, I was using Dropbox, right? Then I did realize that Obsidian Sync is a bit better, is a bit faster, is a bit more reliable, and it even has like a history syncing, and you can like kind of, if you have a couple of issues with one individual file, you could kind of save it because it has a history, so that's really handy. But I don't know if this is the issue that you're running into, but when you have like maybe two ways of syncing at the same time, that is chaos. So for instance, there was a time where I was using Dropbox, and on top of that, I was using Obsidian Sync because I wanted to sync to my phone with Obsidian Sync, but I wanted to use Dropbox to sync to my computer. That did not work well. I had tons of conflicting files, so I'm not really sure what you are using right now. What let me know, Kieran, if you can, like what type of service are you using for syncing. At the end of the day, if you want something reliable that you really don't want to be dealing with issues all that much, I do recommend that you check out Obsidian Sync. Sorry, I just remembered something I needed to do. I just wrote it down. Either way, sorry about that. I do recommend that you check out Obsidian Sync because it's definitely gonna be the best way to solve all those issues. I know it's not as affordable as it used to be, but I do recommend you check it out. I mean, if you want to learn more about it, I do have a video on it. I'm gonna link it there. Also gonna put it in the description. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if you do want to avoid all types of problems, just Obsidian Sync is gonna be the solution that you need. However, I never really tried Google Drive. Okay, so you're saying you're using Google Drive. I haven't tried that one for syncing my notes. If you do have kind of like the desktop utility and everything, I think it should work. Honestly, like the only one that I've really trusted for this is Dropbox. And the free version, 2 gigabytes for free is more than enough for me in Obsidian, especially when I'm not using images a lot, which I try not to. I try not to use too many images in Obsidian to not make it too heavy. But yeah, Dropbox should work. Like, give it a go. If not, we're talking about this one. If I end up using it, I might make a video about this one. But this one seems to be a really good solution, especially if you have an Android phone. If you do have like, well, I don't really know your setup, but if you happen to have iPhone or something, I think iCloud is really reliable as well. I don't really know about that too much because I don't have an iPhone and I haven't tried that at all. I use GitHub and simple shell script. You know, if you're an advanced user like mine's right here, then that is great. That is just not very affordable, or sorry, not affordable, but rather practical or easy for like non-tech savvy people to use. But that is a great setup, of course. I've tried that and it works well. Well, not like that. Like that with the shell script, that sounds a bit more advanced. I'm still kind of a semi-noob. I do know how to use GitHub, and the thing is that what I'm assuming is that you push it automatically to your GitHub repo, and then from another computer you kind of like download that repo automatically. I think that's great. Or something a bit easier is that you can use, again, if you're going for something a bit more technical, this is really not beginner friendly, but if you do go to community plugins, there is one that works really well, and it's the Obsidian Git. And I think this is kind of like the equivalent of what Minds is doing, but a bit more beginner friendly. I'm gonna update this. You know, but this one is a really, well, it's a free way to do it with a reliable service, GitHub, that is just gonna work well. Well, it's with Git. I think you should be able to do it with GitLab as well. It's just a Git repo, so it should just work on any service that allows for Git repos. So yeah, if you're kind of tech savvy and you like using GitHub and or GitLab or one of those, then this is a very a much more beginner friendly way to do it across computers. I don't know if this works well with mobile. I really have no experience. I haven't tried that in mobile, you know. So yeah. Highly addictive launcher. Oh yeah. Wait. There was a comment that I forgot to reply regarding the launcher. What was it? Wait, I'm just going up trying to find it because we were talking about it and then I got distracted and I didn't end up mentioning it. Launcher. What was the launcher that we were talking about? Launcher. Sentient launcher. No, I haven't tried it. What I was gonna say earlier was that I've used. Let me just write that down before I forget. Sentient launcher. What I have used is the Nova launcher. I was saying that in my other phone, I was using Nova launcher, and then in this phone, I haven't had a chance yet to decide if I want to keep using the default one because it does have some really cool stuff about it, or if I want to change it. Like definitely the search bar is not bad, but I really like searching for apps, you know, and the fact that I have to kind of like scroll up and then click in there, I don't like it. I like it when I can just scroll up and the keyboard pops up. I don't know, that's just like a little thing that I really love. And Nova Launcher has that. I haven't tried Sentient Launcher, but I've been interested in trying some other ones, so definitely gonna be checking it out. Thank you for that. Quick Smart Minimal is a launcher for digital well-being. That's look cool. Waterbrick. Simple voice commands, even offline. Use basic voice commands to search the web, open apps. Interesting. I've never really been, you know what's the thing? Like, you know how I just said, water break? Like that is something that I have set up in my computer with something called voice attack, which I've talked about several times in here, you know, in live streams. This one right here. And it's just incredible. It kind of detects what you're saying. And if you do have a command related to that, then it works. You know, I like that type of voice command. So if I say something like, what else can I say? Well, PKM. You know, it pops up a little window saying personal knowledge management, and that's pretty cool. So I have to, if I do it again, PKM. You know, it's pretty cool. And I have a couple of other things such as black and white. There you go. And it just keeps the stream in black and white for as long as I want it to until I say the keyword. You know, so I like programming my own voice commands. I don't necessarily like voice assistants. So I don't know if this, you know, if Sentient, wait, color. There you go. I don't know if this Sentient launcher has like that type of shortcuts and commands. I mean, I'm sure that maybe even Google or Bixby or one of those might have ways to set it up yourself, but I like it when I can set it up by myself rather than just talking to this robot that always messes things up. So maybe this one would have that. I don't know if it's free. Open ear all day. What is that? Audio headset. It does look great. I'm definitely gonna save it right now, and I'm gonna be experimenting with it. Just add it to try apps to try. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking that out. I just saved it with Raindrop in case you're curious. Cool. Oh, sorry, I missed on a couple of comments. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna try to catch up with some of the comments that I forgot to reply. Or I didn't. Or I skipped for whatever reason. Where are you from? Your nationality? I'm from Ecuador, South America. Let's do a bit of geography. Just because it's not a popular country. You know? Ecuador in the map. Or you know what? Let's go to Google Earth. It's a lot more fun. I just hope it doesn't show my exact location because that's never a good idea. Google Earth. Okay. Welcome to Google Earth. I mean, I just said that. It doesn't say that anywhere. Why is it taking so long? Okay. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of information to load. Okay, so I live in Ecuador. So it's South America. And it's this little thing. And yes, these islands are also ours. These are Galapagos Island. You know? So yeah, that's where I'm from. We have borders with Colombia. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. With Colombia and Peru, which both of those countries are way more popular than ours. No one really knows about Ecuador. But yeah, here we are. And we do have a nice beach. And we have Galapagos, which is the best thing we got. So this is the best of our country. Because it's beautiful and the nature there is just some of the most impressive in the whole world. So there you have it. Where are you from, guys? Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, Google Earth. Really fun. Jordan Peterson or Sam Harris? Great question. You know how Sam Harris looks like Ben Stiller? It's hilarious. I'll answer the question, don't worry, but Sam Harris. Ben Stiller. I'm sure I'm not the first one to think of that. Look at that, he's the same guy. See? I'm not the only one who thinks of it, thinks it's true. They're the same guy. So yeah, Ben Stiller is a great actor. Sam Harris, I've heard him debate with Jordan Peterson. I've heard the debates, like hours and hours of the debates. I don't think I finished it because it was really long. But I was really close to finishing it. Either way, the debate with Jordan Peterson, this one here is really interesting. You know, Sam Harris being an atheist, it's kind of tricky. It's really tricky debate. Like, I'm not an atheist, but I'm also not religious either. It's kind of like I believe in God, but I don't really like religion all that much, or I'm really undecided on that. So, yeah, to me, everything that Jordan Peterson says is pure gold. Like, I know you shouldn't follow someone blindly being like, yeah, everything they say is pure gold. But I still haven't been able to find anything with Jordan Peterson that I disagree with. That guy is my god. I listen to so many freaking lectures, so many freaking hours of Jordan Peterson a day. Right now, especially, I'm kind of like on a Jordan Peterson addiction, and I'm reading his book because he launched his new book, and I want to read that one too. So yeah, I'm reading 12 Rules for Life. I'm halfway through that one. The thing is that I've been listening to Jordan Peterson for a year or two, like constantly. But because he has so much content on YouTube and so much free stuff and so many interesting conversations, I've kept postponing reading the book. So now I finally got around to reading it. And it's really good. It's kind of like a way more concise way to capture a lot of his most important ideas. And he's even talking a lot about recently, well, not recently, but he's always been talking a lot about the Bible and how those stories impact our society in meaningful ways. And I'm watching this series that he has on the analysis of the stories of the Bible, and it's kind of like a few hour lectures, you know, long lectures analyzing the Bible, which got me excited about reading the Bible, which I'm doing right now. I'm not religious, Not a Christian. I mean, in my country, everyone's Catholic. I'm not a Catholic either. But I am very curious about how much importance the Bible has in what our society is. You know, our society is 100%, well, not 100%, but like very heavily inspired and molded on the teachings of the Bible and those stories. And I do believe that stories carry powerful messages that shape civilization. And I want to learn more about that a bit. You know, so I'm reading the Bible just you know, for curiosity and even to say, yeah, I've read the Bible, so that whenever I have to debate with a religious person, I have tons of arguments that probably they don't have, because not every religious person reads the Bible either. So yeah, I don't know. Either way. Pretty interesting. Yes, 12 Rules for Life. I'm midway through. Maps of Meaning I haven't read because, well, Jordan Peterson says it himself. He says it's not a book that he wrote for like the general public. It's mostly on like deeper psychology and kind of like more academic work. I haven't read that one. I might read it eventually, but yeah, I don't know. The Jordan Peterson called with Santi every Tuesday. Of course, man. Yeah, I mean, I really don't like the idea of just blindly believing in someone and just being like a cult member. But Jordan Peterson is my god, and there's nothing to do about that. I mean, the fact, you know, like that guy is so freaking admirable because he says, say the truth regardless of the consequences. Say what you consider truth, even if it hurts you, even if it harms your reputation, even if you're gonna get backlash for it. I think that's so admirable, and that's something I want to do more of in my life, you know? Yeah. So there you have it. Great question. Thank you for sparking that great conversation. A couple of other questions that I skipped. Let me see. Would you suggest using the Obsidian Outline plugin for outlining a story for writing fiction, or would you recommend another piece of software? Yeah, so again, I highly recommend for that purpose, if you can afford it, Ginkgo. I think this is probably the best app for that. This is what I've been using for outlining the book that I've been writing for a while, kind of like to continue it. And I also have a lot of other, well, I have some other ideas of things. Like for instance, I want to start making different style of videos, maybe in a separate YouTube channel. I'm kind of outlining that. And this to me is even better than a mind map in a sense, you know, it's kind of like outlining ideas, but then you can also use this as the draft for the actual final result, especially if it's written, you know, or a script or something like that. So I do recommend this one heavily. If you're gonna try to do what you were saying, like outlining a work of fiction, I do recommend you check out the plugin in Obsidian called, let me show you, Longform. This one right here. I think you would enjoy this one. It's pretty interesting. It's not that intuitive, unfortunately, but if you do get the hang of it, I mean, it's nothing too complicated either, but if you do get the hang of it, it's a great one. I don't think I have a video in it. Do I have a video in it? Let me just check. I think I'm confused. Santi Younger. No, maybe I haven't made a video on that one yet. I think I mentioned in another live stream. But yeah, do check it out. If you do run into problems, let me know. Maybe in another live stream we can check it out, and I can give you a bit more of a better idea. So yeah. You show how the early access of the reader looks like. Yeah, so that's the thing. I love to. I just, last time I asked, and I asked someone in the Readwise team, be like, hey, can I show it in live streams? Can I show it in videos? And they said, hold on a second, please. Like, don't do it yet. We're polishing it. We don't want people to think it's rough when it really is going to be a bit more polished. So they told me to wait, and I haven't checked in like a month or so. So I don't know what the status of it is right now. So I'm going to message them. You know what? I'm going to just write that down so that I don't forget. Message Readwise people to see if I can share it. Cool. I'm using TickTick for that in case you're curious. Yeah, exactly. It does have, well, it doesn't yet have text to speech yet, but via email thing that you can forward things to your email, yes, that's already possible. Or you can just copy an email and kind of archive it in there. It's really nice. Yeah, I mean, that's what happened to me, and that's what happened to me on my previous phone. It was an Android 9 phone that couldn't be upgraded to Android 10 because it's too old of a phone. And that is really part of why I bought this new phone. Like that's really one of the big reasons why I decided to get a new phone, for Logseek and for other apps that I was having limitations on. So yeah. Sometimes the Obsidian directory, which stores all of our plugins involved, yeah, causes conflicts if you're not using something like Git or Obsidian Sync. That is true. Actually, you're right, because Git does help a lot with that, and Obsidian Sync is kind of, well, Obsidian Sync is obviously meant for Obsidian, so it's gonna respect those, or gonna try to solve any conflicts that might appear. So that is definitely a big thing to keep in mind. That's one of the reasons why I highly recommend Obsidian Sync. It's just gonna make your experience flawless and not really make you worry about it. You know, like if you think about it, at the end of the day, Obsidian is a free app. You know, Obsidian is kind of like a free service. So kind of like one of the ways that you can kind of like compensate the developers by getting Obsidian Sync. If that is too expensive for you, I totally get it. There's ways to work around it, but you're gonna have to suffer a little bit of trial and error. So definitely make sure that you back up your files in whatever way you can. I use GitHub to back up my files, but any other way would work. Literally just copy pasting the folder into a hard drive or on a cloud service, like apart from where you have your main one, every now and again, and name it according to the date. You know, like last time that you did a backup, something that would already work. I mean, still GitHub would be the best way if you can learn that, but yeah, either way, any sort of backup is better than no backup. Oh, really? Obsidian Git was having some issues? Oh, interesting. I thought we were Spanish or Italian, more like Spanish, so I think I made a reasonable guess. Spanish descendant Ecuadorian. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not Italian, but I've had people think that I'm Italian, and I'm learning Italian, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, sto imparando l'italiano. Parlo un po', ma non sono esperto. I don't know how you say expert in Italian, either way. But yeah, Ecuadorians, yeah, well done for knowing all this stuff. Most people just don't know any of this, but yeah, Ecuadorians, we are descendants of Spanish peeps. So yeah, they this is not PG to say, but they came to our land, they took our gold, they raped our women, and here we are. Either way, that's just history, as it must be said. Yeah, I mean, like in Ecuador, it's kind of like we have a weird relationship to Spain, because I think some of us don't like them, and some of us worship them. I don't worship them. I think, no, I don't want to speak ill about another country, but I don't think Spain is like the best country in Europe, to give you an example. You know, anyone that is Spanish, like, you know, zero offense to you as an individual, I'm not a big fan of the country of Spain. Plus you robbed us. No, just kidding. I have zero resentment. Like, what do I care? Like, I'm here because of the conquistadores. Either way, I'm starting to talk crap. I'm gonna get cancelled if I don't shut up. Whole maps of content thing. No, I don't do it. It's a good question. I think it's over complex. I don't find it useful. I don't think it's a bad workflow. Just not the workflow I prefer personally. I might change my mind at some point, but yeah. Have you watched some of the critique on Peterson? Okay, so that's a great question, because I've seen a lot of debates him having against the opposition, you know. I've seen him in that context. I never search for YouTube videos that talk crap about Jordan Peterson behind his back. I haven't seen that. So, yeah, in that sense, I haven't seen that, but I've seen a lot of debates and I know what the opposition says. And I'm on Jordan's side every time. But maybe I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, what are people that really hate Jordan Peterson saying? Because I don't quite get it. Like, how can someone be opposed to taking responsibility in life, being a strong individual, being respectful of other people's freedom to say what they want, and having the right to say what you want as well? You know, freedom of speech, 100% all the way. I really believe in that. Saying the truth, regardless of the consequences. Cleaning up your room. You gotta clean up your room, man. It's morally reprehensible not to. That's my Jordan Peterson impression. There's a video, and if you haven't seen it, you're really missing out. If you're familiar with Jordan Peterson, there's a video. It's just so good. Oh, why is it not working? Okay, Jordan Peterson. Captain Sinbad. This guy does kind of like these parodies. Okay, we're gonna watch it. It's just too good. It's only 2 minutes. Let me see if you can hear it. Yeah.
Big dick energy. It's absolutely fascinating. The higher
Oh.
you go
Wait, you're not watching it. I'm sorry. Let's watch it,
up,
okay?
this concept of big dick energy, it's absolutely fascinating. The higher you go up in the dominance hierarchy, the better the chance you have of getting laid. And that's not an insignificant thing. The dominance hierarchy, it's a strange thing. I used to drink quite a lot of alcohol. I had a conversation with Kathy Newman, and it was absolutely fascinating. What a buffoon she is. Clean your room, you're gonna have big dick energy. At my best, I could bench 225 pounds. Lobsters! It's a hell of a thing. How are we not nose deep in this stuff? You can't bench 225 pounds when you're completely morally reprehensible. You've got to
You cannot bench 200 pounds where you're morally reprehensible.
increase your skill. You've got to be willing to turn yourself into a monster. Beat your
That is such a great concept because he does kind of say that a little bit. Not that you should be a monster, but be willing to have that within you. I don't know.
children to lift 225 pounds. You do that, they develop an edible complex. If you don't clean your room, you're a little pussy-ass bitch. No, that's wrong. There's chaos in this world. A woman tells you she's not attractive to you. You read. She's basically telling you that your genetics are not worth transferring on to the next generation. Read more. I like to eat lobsters. I once fucked a lobster. That's totally wrong, man. Kathy Newman's a complete fool. Everyone's got a shadow side inside. Having big dick energy, it affects your shadow. Carl Jung is my deep lover. You face that.
Carl Jung is my deep lover. Yeah, he always says like Nietzsche and Carl Jung. Carl Jung, he was no insignificant thinker. He revolutionized the way we perceive consciousness.
That monster, and he ain't so bad. And women have hypergamous nature. That's bloody wrong. I suppose you could say that they're gold diggers, but we're all chasing the gold, and we need to kill a dragon to get to the gold. That's the point that everybody misses. Like, you look at King Arthur, he pulls the sword out of the stone. That's a dick, for Christ. The sword is
Oh my goodness, this guy is like the best thing ever. Oh my goodness, I watched this video so many times I just realized I never clicked the like button, but oh my goodness, I'm sorry for that tangent, but it's just so freaking good. Oh my goodness. Morally reprehensible! I love it. This is just so hilarious. I mean, Jordan Peterson, he's just a character. Like, he's just incredible at the end of the day. But he's so full of truth that just makes him like a next level thinker. Like, he's like the best philosopher we have in modern society, in my opinion. So yeah, love the article I see in his speech. And one of my favorite quotes from Jordan Peterson is, "In order to think, you have to risk being offensive." Yes, he says to Kathy Newman, like, You're not worried about offending me, and you certainly had, and more power to you. You have the right to do that, you know. But that's what he's talking about. Like, we should have the right to offend others, you know, because we need to speak our truth. And yes, there was a live stream on Longform. Can't remember exactly which one though. I'm moving from Logic back to Obsidian because Android Logic doesn't have plugins. Oh, interesting. I'm moving from Logic back to Obsidian because Android Logic doesn't have plugins. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I know what you mean because plugins, of course, are a huge part of these apps, particularly Obsidian. I think Logic, at least my use case of Logic, I don't really find myself needing that many plugins, but for Obsidian, definitely. Like, I think the plugins make Obsidian what it is, you know. By the way, I forgot to end this poll, but look at the results of the poll. Most people do say that they do turn off their computers. Pretty interesting, 50%. And the other one is split between no and sometimes mostly for no. Nice. But yeah, I know what you mean. So like the use of plugins, I think, is really important for particularly Obsidian. You know, that's what I think. So yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. Definitely right now the Obsidian mobile app is way more stable, especially on Android. and it's a lot more powerful. Gotta go study. Yeah, go study some Jordan Peterson. Good luck. Thanks for the great topics of conversation, minds. See you later. But yeah, guys, I think that's about it. I mean, I do want to. Maybe this should be the last topic, but okay, I do want to show you one app that I want to try. I just downloaded it. I haven't tried it at all. I think I created one note and then I didn't have time to explore it further. But there is this app that I really, really want to try. I don't know where I left it, but it's called wait, what is it called? Oh, I totally forgot the name of it. Should be somewhere here. Wait, let me just check. It's just that I have some stuff that I haven't filtered. Oh, here it is. Cool. Flomo. Yeah, I thought it was FOMO for some reason, like fear of missing out. Yeah, so I just created one note in here that says like this is a test. How does it work? Okay, yeah, let's try to. Okay, again, Flomo. This is an app. Let's try to do this the right way. Okay, so Flomo is an app for capturing ideas, and I've heard that it syncs nicely with some other apps. I still don't know the extent of that. I don't really know if it completely syncs with Obsidian, for instance, but it does look really interesting. And I was reached out by the creator, and they said like, "Hey, would you mind checking this out?" And it did sound amazing, so I do want to check it out. One of the things that I really love out of the box is that it does have dark mode. Now, when you create the new note, you have the ability to just, well, actually, let me change to my other keyboard just because I feel more comfortable there. Cool. So, hey, this is a test. This is test 2, because I already created one note above that says test 1, just to differentiate. Now, I'm trying to click on the note, and it does open it. There it is. Hey, this is note 2. Okay, cool. So you can edit the notes by clicking on them. There you go. I think you need to click on a certain part because, as you can see, I'm clicking in some places or tapping in some places and it doesn't quite open it. I think it needs to be kind of more specific, maybe on the text. That's something I'm not 100% sure about what's going on with that. But yeah, either way, you do have some options in here, and I think, yeah, okay, that's a much better way to just open it. Just clicking on the 3 dots and then clicking on the pencil. Okay, so maybe that's a bit of a bug that they're facing right now, but never mind, nothing too important for now. If we open this one, what can we do? So we can view details. Yeah, and right now also, like, what I did was when I just installed the app, it says, do you want to create an account or do you just want to try it offline? Right now I'm just trying it offline just because I just want to see what it looks like on that version, like not syncing to any account yet. You can annotate. Okay, yeah, so that's another feature that you need to log in for. Well, you can edit it, of course. Let's see what it says. So Flomo is the next generation of notes focused on helping you record more ideas than writing complex articles. Okay. Key features, easy typing like Twitter, full platform sync with Android. Also, okay, so it's cross-platform, which is great. Manage memos, daily reviews of past memos, quantity daily records, quick entry with API, no ads or privacy tracking. Cool. Nice. And by the way, Flomo is flow by memo. Okay, that's cool to know. I like that. Okay, what else we got? So as you can see, right here in the top bit, you can see how many days you've been writing memos. Again, I just downloaded this today, so I haven't. This is really my first impressions on it. WeChat input. Later, we'll check that later. Daily reviews. That's another feature that you need an account for. But again, like this is not like behind a paywall. It's just kind of saying you need an account in order to try these things. Tags. So how do tags work? Okay, so here we see some tags and sub tags, which is pretty cool. So let's try to create a new tag. Okay, so this is tag test, and let's just I love the fact that it has like those sub tags. So sub, let's just try that. Example. I just want to test the, well, you know what, let's just do an example tag just to start. Okay, example. And now if you go to tags in here, you can see the different tags that you have. How does that work? Interesting. Okay, you know, I wanted to remove this one. Example, there you go. Okay, that's how it works. So you can click in here and you can see all the tags that are in there. Let me just refresh that. Subtags. Yeah, I'm gonna need to experiment with that. It definitely feels like I'm gonna need an account in order to really try things out. But yeah, I need to get familiar with this, with the logic of the tag system. What else we got? So daily review. Again, that's another feature I need an account for. This, I mean, again, like this version of just logging in or like using the app logged off, without creating an account is mostly so that you have an idea of how things look more than anything. Let's see the settings that we have. General. Dark mode, that's great. Font size, I definitely want a bigger font size. Let's just see how big is. Yeah, that's better. It was a bit too small for my taste. Cool. What else can you do? You can copy the link. You can copy it, annotate. Okay, now in here we have Roam memos. So I'm really interested to see how that works, because what I've heard is that there's a way in which you can sync this to, for instance, Telegram, and you can send things from other apps and maybe sync it to, I don't know, is this like to Roam Research, for instance? I really need to take a better look at it. So it's called Flomo. Let's see it. Let's take a look at the website. Flomo app. Let's see if that works. Is this it? Yep, this is it. Memo. So okay, seems like you can create links. Again, it was my bad to just like do 100% first impressions, because I definitely needed an account in order to really experiment with things. But I'll do that later, okay? So capture ideas faster. Yeah, you can send it from different apps. And I think that's really cool. Fitness boxing. Yeah. Is this Telegram? No, I don't know which app. Yeah, via Telegram. That's it. Great. Full platform sync, so you can do it from the web. Oh, nice. Build your workflow. Not all in one. Flow more focuses on taking and organizing memos. I really like that a lot, because I like it when apps do one thing and they do it well. And you can see, well, sorry about that. It does seem to link with TickTick, which is the one that I use, so that's really cool. Oh, I also really like Workflowy. I use it every now and again. I don't know what these images mean in particular. Like, I don't know if they're like kind of saying that we sync with these apps, or the teams in this app using it. I don't know. I wish it was a bit more clear. Never sell data and privacy. Let's take a look at the pricing as well. Honestly, these are my 100% first impressions. Price, so okay, the pro version is pretty cheap. And some of the differences seem to be, well, image storage, you're more limited with the free version. And in the free version, your images are compressed. In the original, they aren't. Daily review, you don't have that in the free version. Okay, so there's definitely some things in here that are not in the free version. It does seem to sync to Notion, which is pretty interesting. I like that. Ah, okay, and you don't have backlinks in the free version either. Nice. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to explore it. Yeah. I mean, again, very first impressions. I'm gonna talk to the creator of this to learn a bit more about the app, and if I end up liking it and using it, yeah, I might make a video about it. So yeah, very interesting, cool stuff. Nice. I like how the app description includes a not good at all section. Always good to set expectations. Yeah, right. That's really cool. I really appreciate that they're doing that. Because that way you really know what you're getting, like it's not all in one app. And I love that, because there is this video that I talked about that concept, all in one. How it's better, in my opinion, to, all in one productivity apps versus the right app for the right job. And I think this is the right app for the right job when it comes to capturing ideas from the phone, which is something that is a bit tricky. Like whether you use Obsidian or Logseq, I think that system could be improved a bit more. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this out better. But yeah, as we saw, first we do need an account, and kind of like the offline version that I was showing you is more of like just to give you an idea of what things look like. And second, the pro version that actually seems very affordable in my opinion. It was something like $2 or like even better, $20 a year. I think that's pretty generous. So yeah, this is kind of like more for you to have an idea, like the offline version that I just got right now, just to have an idea of how things work. But if I can just pair it with Telegram and those things, I don't know if there's any way in which I could export these things later to Obsidian or Logseek. I do like the idea that it exports to Notion. I think that's a really cool workflow. So I'm gonna try that out as well. Cool stuff. Nice. I'll keep exploring that, and I'll get back to you maybe in another live stream or hopefully in another video, in a YouTube video. Cool, guys. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great week. I think we're going to end it right there. If you do have any final questions, I'm always happy to answer them. Yeah, cool. And yeah, I had a great time with you. Really cool conversation, really cool stuff happening today. And I hope you have a great day. So with that said, thank you for joining the stream. I'll see you in one of my next videos. Have a good day. See ya.